hatta idha balaga matliya shamsi wajadaha tatlu ala qawmin lam naj'al lahum min duniha sitran. Suratul-Kahfi, Surah 18, Ayat 90. Just like there was verse number 85 and 86, similarly we have verse number 89 and 90. There it was, فَأَتْبَعَ سَبَبًا حَتَّى إِذَا بَلَغَ مَغْرِبَ الشَّمْسِ. And here it is, ثُمَّ أَتْبَعَ سَبَبًا حَتَّى إِذَا بَلَغَ مَطْلِعَ الشَّمْسِ. So this construct is important because a sentence otherwise, if it starts with until, it's odd. So it's thumma atba'a sababan, then he followed a second way until when he reached the place, and then it continues. So we'll start now with this background. We'll start hatta, until, idha, when, balaga, he reached, matliya shamsi. We'll translate it exactly the same way we translated it in verse number 86. So matliya is again an ism dharf, which means it can indicate both place and time. And here the way to translate it best is to capture both the nuances. Until when he reached the place of his intended destination at the time of sunrise. So this is clear. Wajadaha, he found the sun instead of we found her or he found it. Since the construct we have varied, we have explained this in verse number 86 in connection to verse number 86. So this time we are substituting the pronoun with the noun in our translation. He found the sun, tatlu, rising, ala qawmin, over a community. I've explained this before, community. Lam naj'al. Okay. Lam is negation, so we'll introduce this at the appropriate place in the sentence. So basically, if you were to translate lam naj'al lahum up to this part, then it would be something like, we did not make for them. But since the community is already referenced, I mean, just let me read and see for yourself how it sounds. He found the sun rising over a community. We did not make for them. It doesn't sound sort of proper. So that for them we are preponing and referencing the community with for whom. For whom we did not provide, or provided not. Why we have used provided not instead of we did not provide, it will be clear in a while. But okay, the lesser important reason we can touch upon first. It's sort of a biblical English, an archaic English, old English style. We provided not, but the more important reason I'll explain in a while. Min duniha, against it. So min is min zaida, min for emphasis. Duniha, instead of besides it, it is against it, against the sun basically. We provided not, against it, min duniha, against it. So the emphasis will have to capture somehow. Sitran. Sitran is covering. And how do we differentiate it from the term satrun? The way to do that is, satrun is the basic term. It's the masdar form. Sitran is unique. So if satr is covering, sitr you can consider in the English language a basic covering. And how to add the emphasis? Basic covering itself is able to add a layer of emphasis, and if we add the word even, then that emphasis is actually brought back. That emphasis obviously is because of multiple reasons. For example, after the verb naj'al, we have sitran later and min dunihi before. That is one reason. And lahum is in its appropriate place. So lahum is always at the beginning. That's fine. So for whom we provided not even. So now you understand. So we did not provide even a basic covering against it. So not even a basic covering against it sounds more emphatic. So multiple reasons actually why lahum, though it's in a proper place, but earlier than what should I say, the jar, but it's in a sort of appropriate place. So min is the reason, and then min dunihi and sitran exchanged is the reason. Sitran, the word itself, is the reason. So we added the word even. though there are sort of 3 4 reasons for emphasis. I mean, in English we cannot simply add 4 words to add a layer of emphasis, right? 4 layers of emphasis, it sounds very unnatural. So we have tried to understand it from the Arabic itself, and we have tried to understand from the English. Let's read the English, it'll make sense. Until when he reached the place of his intended destination at the time of sunrise, he found the sun rising over a community for whom we provided not even a basic covering against it. And a little bit more details. So this was his eastward journey. The previous one was his westward journey. This is a second way, you remember. This was his eastward journey. So he went towards the east. So in the east, in what would in today's geographical terms be referred to as the Indian subcontinent, and more specifically in the Indian subcontinent, the region today we call or refer to as Pakistan. So in that region, so he found the people there very primitive, a primitive race. So they build houses. So they built the 4 walls, and that was their house basically. They did not even have the knowledge of how to construct the roof. So that is why it says they could not even protect themselves against the sun. So that is what is being referenced over here. And interestingly, archaeological evidences suggest that such sort of constructs, houses, if you will, have been found in that sort of region, in that geographical region. So with this background, I think it's good enough for us to read it once more, the Arabic and the English. So again, like last time, we'll combine the 2 verses, otherwise the flow will not be very natural. ثم أتبع سببا حتى إذا بلغ مطلع الشمس وجدها تطلع على قوم لم نجعل لهم من دونها سترا. Then he followed a second way until when he reached the place of his intended destination at the time of sunrise. He found the sun rising over a community for whom we provided not even a basic covering against it.